Right, finally, kitted up. It's taken a while to get ready, but we've got everything we need. So we're going to head out in the water. It's freezing. It must be about -3 just now. So I've got everything that I need. It's definitely going to be a cold one today. The only thing I haven't got is gloves for walking the kayak down. I've got pogies. I've got a new dry suit. I've got that on, which is going to be necessary today. I've probably cut in already a little clip of me setting up my kayak, not from this paddle, from a paddle a couple of days ago that didn't turn into anything, but that's for the chap that keeps asking for it, Martin, I think. I can't remember quite what your name is right now, but I put that video in there, and yeah, I'll see you guys out in the water. Still a little bit far away for you guys, but oh, I'm excited. Right, hello everyone. Hopefully this is coming out okay on the audio. Welcome to Dunbar Harbour. You can see I'm pretty wrapped up. It's going to be my first paddle with my back for a while, and someone asked to see how I set up my kayak, so I'm going to show you that in a moment. I just want to show you around Dunbar Harbour for a moment. As I come out here, and hopefully the exposure is not too bad, but you can see the bridge is up, and I've had a plan to do some sort of kayak fishing around here. I've had a plan to do some normal fishing around here, but the bridge has been up, so unfortunately haven't had a chance to get over the back there, which is always a good fishing spot on the shore. But looking out, it's a bit windy, as you can see on the flags, but it doesn't look too bad at the moment. So we're going to go out and we're going to have a look. But while I do that, before I do that, I'm going to show you how I set up my kayak. And the first thing I need to do is get my kayak off my Kayak. This Kayak is a brilliant piece of kit. It helps me to get the kayak down. Now I don't have a tripod with me, but I can give you a rough idea of how the whole thing works. And basically, it's a case of unhooking these securing bars, holding on to the Kayak, and it just slides forwards. And you can see it sliding there. Once it gets to a certain point, it tips and comes down. I've got the door open, so I'll shut that. So the Kayak basically works on a cantilever system. There's no cables or anything really here, so just basically pull this down. The kayak comes straight down. Drop that in there, watch out for any running water, because there seems to be some water collected in the kayak. And then it's just a case of getting this, which is the wee reel. I'm actually going to give this a wee spray of WD-40 because I've not used it in a few weeks. Then it's just a case of rolling down the kayak. And then it's just a case of nice controlled put down. And you can see why I've not been using it with my back. So here's the boat. So when someone asked me about my setup's pretty simple. Kayak onto the wheels. I use these 2 rod ports here quite often. I use this rod port a lot. And then this is the big thing for me. Keeping the strap so I can keep my rods underneath the strap so they stay safe, and keeping all my gear in here. So I didn't realise that I actually managed to record all this without the audio. So you can see here, I set my boat up fairly simply. I've got a spatch at the back for my wheels, I've got my rod ports, I've got my seat, and I have my deeper sounder. As you come down, I've got the live bait well, which I use to just bleed fish in, a drinks holder. I keep my rods underneath that strap, which you'll see in the video of the paddle we're about to have, and then I keep my camera on a boom at the end. My kayak setup really isn't that exciting. Make sure that my feet are nice and bent, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. The deeper sounder clips onto the side. You can also see a couple of other clips and cables that I use to just stop rods falling out while I'm paddling. I hope that makes sense. It's not a great video because the audio died, but I'll put another segment in later on. I hope you enjoyed this video. We do catch some fish today. Let's get back to the main video. Still a little bit far away for you guys, but oh, I'm excited. Look at those conditions. Oh my god, I'm excited. Oh, I've just put my I'm excited and I'm rushing. I'll put the other camera on so you can see what I've done. Still got my woolly bear. This is my dry suit. Not actually put my dry suit on properly. Too excited about getting out paddling. I talk a lot about hydrology, and you can see here, reading the water. So we've got smooth water, so sea state smooth, force 0, maybe force 0, no wind at all. And we've got this lighter patch, I'm hoping is coming out on the camera, just across here. And this lighter patch is an area of reef. So that's where the water is getting sustained by the reef, it's getting forced up. So in rough conditions, this is going to come really, really big. And in my latest podcast with Nicola on Paddle and Flow, we talk about this a lot. So check it out, check out the podcast. We don't really talk about it in this way with the water in front of us. So it's good to show you what we were talking about. So we've got a nice light patch here. That light patch is the rocks. That's what's going to start building waves. So when Nicola talked about being stuck coming back into Dunbar because there was a rock, this is what she was talking about. It's just because it's flat, it's not wavy. If this was wavy, the reef, the swell would be getting pushed against the reef and those waves would start coming up and being steep. But today, glass. Oh, I love it here. It's my favourite place to paddle. Favourite place to paddle, haven't paddled here all year. There's no wind. Shouldn't leave my scarf. Right. Let's go paddling. It's been a long time since I've been here at White Sands, so it might take me a while to find my marks. Yeah, this isn't on properly. Let's go. Time to go fishing. Enough of this chat nonsense. Oh yes. The back feels pretty good actually. I think we'll be alright once we get out. As you'll know, I have a love-hate relationship with the sounder. I really like the deeper sounder from a sort of, what's the word? There we go. I really like the deeper sounder from a, I charged this last night and it says it's only got 11%. What the actual? It didn't charge. It was flashing when I went to bed. It obviously unhooked itself. That's annoying. Right, well, we'll use this for as long as we can. Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Sometimes it works, and unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work. And I think it varied based on a couple of updates. I've said that in the past. But the sounder and its sort of function at the moment. Microphone's working fine. Yep. Good. So yeah, the issue with the sounder is that I think it's old. You know, I've had this 6 years. I think maybe it's just beginning to outlive its sort of useful lifespan. It shows the bottom really, really well. And it connects to your phone, which is fantastic for just getting out like this, not having to drill holes in your kayak. I've talked about my sounder a lot on this channel. But I just don't think I'm going to buy another one, you know? I think I'm going to get a proper sounder that mounts in with a transducer and that sits on a plane here. But the issue with it... 2 seconds. Maritime safety. like if I put a mount here with a sounder on, am I going to be able to paddle effectively? Look where my hand is sitting right now, sort of sitting right over where I would put the mount. And the problem is any further away I'm going to need a much bigger screen so I can actually see it, because my eyesight is pretty terrible. And with the sunglasses on that I wear, these sunglasses are about 12 prescriptions ago, and I wear them. I'm hoping this all comes out on the sounder without too much wavelength. And I wear the sounder, my glasses because I don't want to lose my specs, and these float. So, kind of in a difficult sort of position with respect to sounders. You know, evidently this one is definitely costing us, you know, to come out today, to spend effort, back energy, you know, and just generally sort of, oh wow, is that Coast Guard helicopter? No, police helicopter. And just to spend a lot of effort and energy to come out today and fish. It's very frustrating to come out and then not have something work. Like, I wanted to make a bit more B-roll on this video, and I didn't, because I really just wanted to Jesus, this is shut off. No, it hasn't. I really just wanted to get out on the kayak, start fishing. Some of my videos have been really good this year. Bass Rock video is a great example of that. I really like that video. I talked about that video in a different video that's probably not come out because it all went a bit wrong, that video. Had the camera on the wrong side. Good example though, again, of my mild frustrations this year. We'll have to move to Navionics, I think. Maybe it is rising up a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely rising. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get in touch with the bottom with their weight. There's the bottom. So what I like to do is I like to just tap the weight on the bottom, but try not to get it into a snag, which is what I've just done. Ah, no, this feels like a breaking. This feels like a loss. This feels like a rock jam. Oh no, I got it out. I was lucky. That did not feel good. It was pretty solid, that snag. I made a video on how to get out of snags. I don't think anyone actually watched it, but it was just in the winter last year. Just talked about how to break through various different. That felt like a fish. No, that was just another rock. We've come up a meter, so that's good. We're definitely going to drift over some ground here, I think. Here we go. We're coming up a shelf. This is what we want. Okay, good. So we've got another good drift on here. So using that flag marker, provided that pot doesn't get lifted by the boats that are working around here, we can start setting off a drift around that mark, I think. So using that marker, triangulating it off the cement works, Barnes Nest Lighthouse, and hopefully another pot will go down over there that we can use. In fact, there's a black flagpole to my left that we can use as well. So using the world around you, you don't need a sounder if you know where you're fishing. Oh, that's another snag. Not good. Come on, bounce it out. Oh dear. There we go. It's snaggy down there. I'm so sure there'll be. Oh, that's a fish. Is it? Yes. Yes. It's fairly small and pretty erratic, but it's definitely a fish. First fish. I reckon it's probably a little cold fish based on how it feels. It's going to be a cod because there's always cod here, but it felt pretty crazy at the start. Yeah, it's a little cold fish. Oh no, do you know I've not brought my pliers out with me? I've left them. Oh no, it's a pollock maybe. Hold on, we'll have a look in a second. What are you? You're a little pollock. It's a pretty deep hook. Sorry buddy. There you go. First fish, little pollock. You can go back. And the blank is off. So we are on good ground. And we've just gone down the other side of that rise. Now theoretically, based on John Locker, the fish locker, and his theory, he says that fish tend to sit on the back side of the current so that they can pick up all the debris and detritus and little fishies that are getting flown over the top. And if that's true, we are in the kill zone. Wait, I don't know. I think I like the vertical zone. We're in the strike zone. Let's see that. And we've just dropped to 16 meters. That's a big drop. That'll be where that pollock was sitting, just on the top of the drop. You're 100. Does look like we're potentially coming up another rise though. Yeah, we are. Let's just bring that up a little bit. This needs to come up quite a bit, I think. Yeah, this is a big rise. I'll bring that up to there. I have no idea if that's high enough. Hopefully it is. Oh, there's fish in here. Come on, fishies. Is that a fish? Yes. It's small. It's very small. But I have hooked a fish. I've hooked something. I've hooked myself. Wow. Do you know that's the sort of fish you could put down as a live bait? Look at it, it's tiny. It's a little cod. Oh Jesus, I've actually gone right through his gills. Oh, I'm sorry buddy, he's not going to survive. Ah, I'm sorry mate. Little cod, he's so small. He might survive. I actually don't think it was through his gills. It was definitely through his gill plate. But there was no blood, you know? If it was through his gills, he'd be bleeding, so... I said I was going to kind of run my drift between these two. Oh, it's annoying, I'm going to lose the ability to see my sounder in a second. It's only got 3%. I said I'd run my drift between these two buoys, and I'm about to come up to this other buoy, so I think we might stick with that plan and drift back. We caught some fish on the reef here, so definitely worth a run. Thank you for joining me in this East Lothian kayak fishing video. Got a fish already. Life is good. We're got a new podcast, Paddle and Flow. I've probably already talked about it, but if I haven't, check it out. Thank you very much. It's on YouTube, on Spotify, on Amazon Music. It's everywhere. Have I got another tip wrap? Alex, you're an idiot. Not paying attention. I definitely get more tip wraps on my left-hand side than I do on my right-hand side. I talked about my back injury at the start of this video, and my back definitely is worse on my left hand, side. So it's fishing off the right is definitely better for it. Make sure I got that the right way around. Okay. It's no longer really a back injury. I've been calling it a back injury. It's not. It's a shoulder injury now. It's now the muscles in my shoulder that are the problem. Yeah. Got another rise coming up, coinciding with that pot line. So we'll drift over the pot line. Well, it's not. It's running this way. We're going to drift this way. So we'll drift in parallel with it, and then we'll run back, I think, and head another drift. Oh, fish! 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 Lots of marks on the sounder here. Lots and lots and lots of marks. So I'm going to change it over for something slightly different. It's definitely slimy. God, I just realised this is leaking. I've had this sitting on its side. It's not leaked out in my hot tea. Right, where's the lure? Without stabbing myself with the fingers, can I find slightly heavier lure? 120. This is the limit of this rod. So this is going to put a bit of a bend in, I think. But this is a Sidewinder Odin. Now I quite like these Sidewinder Odin jigs. Oh, we've gone over all the fish. All the fish have gone. They pitch, so they, unlike the slow, so they sort of, the slow jig from H2O flutters all the way down. These drop pretty straight, and then when you pitch them, they kind of pitch over, and they make this really nice sort of pitch. That's okay with this rod. That feels okay. So it's right on the limit of the rod. This is a Conflict night jigging rod. It's a two-piece, 120 gram max, and it's paired with a Slammer 3000. A Slammer 4 3000 size. I really like Penn rods and reels. They are absolutely fantastic bits of kit. This rod is my favourite rod to use to catch fish on. You can catch mackerel to cod to wrasse, whatever you catch on it, it's good fun. I've had probably fish up to about £8 on it, and it just is a brilliant rod. I've got the heavy version of this if I'm out on the boat and in deeper water with a bigger drift. Oh god, I've got another tip wrap. And on the boat, you don't get a tip wrap like this. But on the kayak, just because of the angles and the height needed to pitch it up, I do find myself getting a bit more tip wrap. That's a fish. Is it? It's something. Yeah, it's a fish. It's a very small fish. Another small fish. Not going to complain. Up you come. Oh, I think it knows it's hooked now. I just discovered that. This is the most lazy fish I've ever caught. Oh, that'll be why. It's another snagged cod. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, well, he's definitely not going to survive. Back you go. So as I said, we've now lost the sounder, so we're now purely relying on our local sort of knowledge in the area, and the depth is just going to have to be felt out by the weights. Now, normally when it's like this, I don't like fishing 2 rods. However, we've only caught 2 fish, and I don't know how much time I'm going to have back out here. Probably only have another hour or so. And the reason is just it's cold, you know, and I'm going to start getting chilly. We've been out for 2 hours, an hour and a half now. It's fish. No, snag. Unsnag. It's minus 2, minus 3. In the sun it's probably just a little bit warmer, but out of the sun it's minus 2, minus 3. And we've been out for an hour or 2. I've got a dry suit on, I've got thermals on, I've got a woolly bear on, so I am definitely warm. But sitting still, fishing, not really paddling, 2 hours, probably my max. 2 or 3 hours. So we've been out for an hour and a half, so we'll run out these GoPro batteries and then we'll head in. Caught 2 fish. I can't like to catch a couple more. They've been both, well, caught 3 fish, sorry. Snagged that little cod, but caught 3 fish, so it's not really a disaster. It's nice to be out. I wonder how far I run this drift. I don't really want to run this too far. I feel like I'm not on the right line this time. My line was definitely different because I almost collided with that pot, whereas last time I missed that pot by sort of 10 or 15 meters out. So ooh, that was interesting. I'm definitely sort of 15 meters further in than I was, but the drift is running much faster. Slack waters now, so it's odd to see the drift run so fast. That's slack water. The wind's picked up. Someone did tell me that the current here. Fish. That's a good fish. Come on. This is a good fish. I'm glad I let it down when I did. Don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. That swam up towards me. There might be 2 on here, you know. This is not my preferred rod for catching fish on, but I'm not going to complain today. Oh, it's 2. I knew it was 2. 2 cold fish. Alright boys, good to see ya. That'll be what those marks were on the sounder earlier. Come here. There you go. 1. I'm just going to throw him back just so I can get this other one off. This one's through the eye. I'm going to keep this guy and chunk him up for bait. He's definitely big enough. Oh no, I've hooked the new dry suit. Don't hook the new dry suit. What's going on here? What's this happened? Why does everything have to get tangled all of the time? Ah, right. Let's shut that back down and let's get some bait on. Yeah, I might drop this down and it might just go again. Because there was a big cloud of them. Big cloud of coalfish. Right, let me just need my knife. Just realised I'm a bit stupid. I have closed over this hatch. Different point than I normally do. Right, knife. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Right, this year, got a good podcast going, and have a job that I now enjoy. So yeah, give it a like and subscribe. I've said that already. Videos are going to be better. Said that. Next year will be better. You know, we're going to have some different videos. Yes, I am going to be doing some just paddling videos in a sitting kayak, but I'm also going to be buying a new kayak, a new fishing kayak. So looking forward to that. And yeah, do watch the video, give it a like and subscribe, and we'll get monetized and we'll start replacing lures when we lose them. I can start trying different lures, but the H2O slow jig is still my favorite. And look, I didn't lose that one. I lost an Odin. So, was it an Odin I lost? I'm on minging again. This new dry suit is going to need a proper scrub. Have some tea. Look at that. So how do I set up my kayak then? Well, you'll have seen the little clips at the start of the video. I'm fairly basic with my kayak setup. I'm not using a lot of different stuff, if I'm honest. Oh, that felt a bit fishy. I have a strap to keep my rods in when I'm paddling. I have a seat, and I use the rod holders that are built into the kayak. I don't like things in front of me. Oh, hello buddy. Have you found that? Look, it's over there. That bit of fish that I just dropped. I'd rather you didn't like come over here and get my rod, but I did just throw a fish into the water. A bit of old bait that I'd used, because I'm not going to take it home and use it for bait at home. So if you don't mind, it's over in front of us. He's going to come up here hopefully and grab this. I say hopefully, as long as he grabs that and not my line. I did. I've missed my marks. Oh Jesus Christ! Hey buddy. Oh mate. Oh. Oh. I hate seals. I did not know you were going to come up right there. They normally pop up like in front of you or behind you, not next to your elbow. I really hate seals. There's another one over there. There's actually a little family group fishing here, because there's no way that seal went from here to there in that time. So there's two at least. I hate seals. I really hate seals. Oh, is that seal going to put a stop to my fishing trip? I mean, I'm pretty much done. My GoPros have literally got... I've got 5% battery on both my GoPros. I mean, I'm finished. I just was hoping to catch one more fish before I go, but I don't necessarily think it's going to happen because there are like seals